We are good there as well.
Okay.
Awesome. There we go. Okay, we are now live streaming, everybody. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to Awareness Wednesday Prime Time. We're your host, Reggie and Victoria Flanagan out of New Jersey. So welcome our co-hosts as always. That's you guys. So thank you for joining us this evening. So before we get started, I'm going to pass this platform over to my better 7/8. And this is Victoria Flanagan, a certified health coach, trainer, teacher, researcher. That's her, that urchin of all. So I'm going to pass over to her so she can give you your reasons why this platform is so important to her. Victoria, take it away. The floor is yours, darling.
Like you said, I'm a researcher. I love looking up stuff. We just have to stay aware, family. It's just a lot going on in the world, and I like to stay ahead of things if I can. But we just have to
of things.
exactly. We just have to keep our heads on the swivel.
That's it.
To make sure everything is copacetic.
I want to make sure you understand that this platform is designed just to give you information. Basically that, to give you information. That's it, to educate you just a little bit more of what you may not have known before, but now you get to know a little bit more about these different subjects that we're speaking about. So use this as an informational platform for yourself to go and do your research as well.
Please.
We're just going to give you just a little head start on that, okay? So with that being said, there is, like she mentioned, there's so much going around the world, so much happening right now with obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, you name it, something's happening. But you know what? There's solutions out there, but it's up to you to make that happen. Because remember, you are how do I always put it? You are the results, or no, not that's not the word I'm looking for.
You are
the side effect. That's what it is. You are the side effect of what you've been doing to yourself, what you've been feeding yourself. Remember, you absorb what you put into your body. It's not what you eat. You are what you eat, what your body absorbs. So remember that. You're the side effect about that. So tonight's conversation is going to be about obesity, as you can see on screen. So let's go into our topic, serving God with healthy mind, body, and spirit. And our scriptures always. Wait a minute. Something else I wanted to say too. Something else I wanted to mention.
What's that?
No, that's all right. Let's go into our scripture. Serving God with a healthy mind, body, and spirit. And our scripture is always, beloved, I wish above all things that may prosper as being in health, as I soul prospers. That's 3 John 1 and 2. So our subject today is going to be obesity. That's our topic of discussion. Oh, what I was going to say, children. I'm hoping you have some children in the room that you can hear this. That's what I wanted to hear, because obesity is affecting our young adults as well. It's a pandemic, it's an epidemic, so they need to hear this too. So if you have children, it's okay for them to listen in, because they may get something as well out of the subject. All right, that's what I want to say. That's why I'm blank for a minute, but I'm good now. So that means I'm going to pass this back over to the urchin.
We got something for that.
I know, some memory fusion. I need a couple tablets. All right. So that means I'm going to pass it over to my better 7/8. That's why I call that, because of what she does, her resiliency, her commitment, her loyalty, her staying power. You know, she does this, because it's within her, it's in her spirit. And she gets into that room in that back office there, she gets into this computer, and boy, when she gets in that zone, she's in a zone. She always finding something of good to bring to all of us. I'm going to pass over to her so we can get to our subject of obesity. So take some notes, because whatever you may be hearing may be helping you or someone you know. With that being said, Victoria, take it away, champion.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Yes. I am a researcher, family, and I'm always looking up something. I think we should all be learning something new every single day. We should be picking up something new every single day. You don't know what you don't know until you know it. Mm-hmm. So obesity, we've done this subject before, but just
yes, we have.
With the commercials on TV and everything that's going on and stars coming out, I did my own research. So here we go with obesity. I did it this morning. I got 9,000 pieces of paper. So if you see me shuffling,
9,001,
moving things around. But I like to say this is an epidemic. Obesity is an epidemic. They're now classifying it as a disease. Yeah. Obesity is a disease. I say we are fat, foggy, and fatigued, and we're getting even fluffier. So we really have to just stop. We have to restore, revive, and regenerate. We just need to regroup. But before we get started, I want you to hit that share button, send it to a friend. If they got children, please get the babies on the line. We have to get this information out, family. Like he said, do your own research. I'm going to give you some documentaries to watch. They're eye-opening. I get a lot of information from documentaries. My book, I didn't bring any of my books in here. Fast food genocide should definitely be in here and undo it. But from my books that I read, from newspapers, from articles, from pamphlets, from the doctor's office, I just get information from absolutely everywhere, just to make sure that everybody is saying the same thing, everybody's on the same page, doing what we need to do to get the information out. So now they're saying that this is a worldwide epidemic. We have more than 2 billion people that are obese or morbidly obese. They said obesity is a man-made tragedy, and it truly, truly is. We are set up to fail. We are set up to fail. Because if you think about everything that's going on, how is anybody going to get out of this or get past this without contracting something in the process? So they say it's 1 in 3 adults and 1 in 5 children that suffer from obesity. The United States is the 3rd largest country with obesity. So it states that obesity is the single most common problem that our doctors see in their practices. According to the data from the National Health and Nutritional Examination Survey, for more than 2/3 of adults in the United States are overweight or obese. That is huge, family. It's huge. They say we have more fat people than we have skinny people.
Wow.
Diabetes is on the rise. They say it used to be, back in 1980, it used to be 1 in 10,000 people with diabetes. Now it's 1 in 11.
Wow.
1 in 11. Look at the difference.
That's major.
From 2080.
That's major.
That is crazy. That is just crazy.
Now you said we were number 3.
3.
You have who's number 1?
Australia.
Wow. Who's 2?
Mexico.
Wow. We're 3 now. We used to be 1, so we got bumped out.
Yeah.
Well, we're not number 1 anymore.
Fast food restaurants made it over there. That's where they are now.
Or something of that nature.
But it's just estimated, the diet industry itself, it is a $40 trillion diet industry. And we are fatter now than we ever have been before. I mean, there's so many diet things that's on the market, and people are getting bigger. Gyms are going up everywhere, but people are getting bigger. What's going on? I always try to get to the root cause of something, get to the issue of it. Let's fix the issue so we can just fix it at hand. So about the obesity, it says, unfortunately, it is also a risk factor for a host of other disorders that can be going on. There's a risk of those who are overweight or obese to develop type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease. That's number 1 disease, men and women, heart disease. Number 3 is bad cholesterol, bad LDL cholesterol. Number 4 is stroke. Strokes are on the rise too. So many people are having strokes, and they are all ages, all ages. Number 5 is hypertension, high blood pressure. Number 6, this is a big one, family, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. That is a disease of the liver, and it's developing in our children. It's developing in our children just from the fast food and the things that they're taking in. Non-alcoholic, no alcohol at all, fatty liver disease in children. That's just like cirrhosis of the liver in the older person. It's happening in our babies. So we got to pay attention to that. Number 7 is gallbladder disease. 8 is osteoarthritis, a degeneration of the cartilage and the bones in the joint. Another one that's on the rise, a lot of people don't pay attention to, is sleep apnea. That's when you stop breathing in your sleep. A lot of that's going on. You'll see those commercials for, what is that? Inspire. You know, everybody's getting rid of their holes and the nozzles and everything. They're getting an implant in their chest, and they can just tap it and go to sleep. So you got to pay attention to all these things. Look at the commercials. The commercials will tell you exactly what's going on. And other breathing problems. Also, this obesity can be the root cause of some cancers, breast cancer, colorectal cancer, endometrial cancer, and kidney cancer. Colorectal cancer is also on the rise, and it's getting younger, and it's in our African American men. go for your colonoscopy. Don't put it off. Please don't put it off.
Nope.
Go for your colonoscopy. They'll put you down, put you under for just a few minutes. The test doesn't take long, but at least you will know. If there are any polyps in there, they can just scoop them out and you could go on about your business. Go for a colonoscopy.
Indeed.
So it also says being obese, you can also have complications with pregnancy and some menstrual irregularities. It can throw your periods off, ladies. I mean, just being overweight, it might be hard for you to get pregnant. So many things play a part in that. So you got to pay attention and listen to your bodies all the time. And since heavy people are likelier to consume high quantities of toxic food, their immune systems are depressed. And you know, we're big talking about keeping that immune system strong. We got to pay attention to that. It's very important to do so. Keep that immune system strong. So it says if your immune system is depressed, just leave it. Anything, you can catch any bug that's going on out here. Anything that's coming around, if your immune system is weak, you definitely gonna pick it up.
Catch it. You can catch
Absolutely.
it. Absolutely. Your chances are more to get it versus somebody else whose immune system is stronger.
There you go. Yeah. In fact, the rise of occurrence of obesity can be tracked in part to our attempts to fight it. People fill their plates with so much pasta, breads, fat-free sweets, that they actually end up eating more calories, of course, gaining more weight. I have something over here from one of the documentaries. They're saying we're losing more people to sweets than we are to the streets. It's the sugars and things that's taking us out of here. So it also states, let me see where we are. Also states obesity. This is coming from Fast Food Genocide, my book. They said the secret to achieving your goal, your ideal weight, or reversing disease, or delaying aging. Yeah, you can delay aging. Did y'all know that? It's consuming a diet that has a full spectrum of nutrients humans need without consuming excess calories.
Right. That's
Give
important.
your body what it's asking for, and your body is going to thank you for it. So it says fake food. These are your processed foods. Fake foods alter us both mentally and physically, because what your body doesn't recognize, it stores it to fat, and once it hits your brain, you got your wires is sparking up there. So a lot of mental illness is going on. It affects us mentally and physically. So we have to eat. We are eating our nation into a medical social crisis. That is so true. So they were saying here, people who live in food deserts. What is a food desert? A food desert is when you're not close to a supermarket. You got to get in your car and drive
a mile,
or
couple miles or so.
Get on the bus, take 2 buses to get to a supermarket.
Right.
That's a food desert if you're not in the perimeter of a supermarket. So they're saying that many crimes occur in places where people must survive on unhealthy food substances because they don't have access to real food. Think about that for a minute. Everybody is just going nuts. Is it the food? Is it the food? So we really have to think about that. So that was something I had to share. We can put that one away so we don't touch that one again. Because I got 9 things going on. Sugar is another consumption. We are taking in way too much sugar. For us, it's way too much. So you can imagine for the children, it's way too much for their little bodies to intake. So sugar, it says that in a year, we're taking in 152 pounds of sugar a year. That is a lot of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar. Now, that's one person.
Yeah, that's you taking 152. I'm taking in 152.
Well, I know I'm not taking 152.
Kids are taking in one. You know I'm not taking it.
No. Let's get that together.
Wait a minute now.
Hold up there now.
But that's the average. 150 pounds of sugar. 40% of that are children. And that's why children are coming up with diabetes in children. They stated in the program, Dr. Mark Hyman said there was a 15-year-old just had a liver transplant, waiting on a liver.
Wow.
So it says sugar is very dangerous calories. Sugar could be linked to cancer. Sugar is very, very addictive, 8 times addicted as heroin. That's sugar. Just as addictive as heroin or cocaine. Sugar is bad for you. And the way they market sugar, you have to see how they're marketing it to children. You know, you go to the supermarkets and all the cereals are on the low shelves with the big, pretty, bright colors. That's marketing to children.
It's all marketing,
because it's at their eye level. Got to pay attention to everything and how things are set up. So if you have to take in sugar, there's 56 different names for sugar. We did a report on sugar as well, but you can go and that's what from this report, 56 different names of sugar. Fructose, corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, there's so many. And once you get that list, and if you're eating something, look at the ingredients on it. Highlight how many times you see those sugars in those products.
With a troche.
And you'll see how you got up to 152 pounds a year. So they say if you need sugar, you should try stevia, monk fruit, honey, molasses, or maple syrup. Those are the three, those are the sweeteners we should be choosing from, not all those other sweeteners or sugars or added sugars. And when you're picking up something, you definitely want to look at the added sugars because it might say 0 sugar. But then it's like 17 grams of added sugar. So pay attention to the labels. That's very important. And then sugar is in absolutely everything.
Just about everything, yeah.
I'm going to give you some Netflix movies to watch. It's self-explanatory, but it is definitely an eye-opener. The one that talks about sugar and children, that movie is called Fed Up. Fed Up on Netflix. Very, very interesting documentary. Watch it with your children. The next one I have is how ultra processed foods are slowly killing us. That's another good one. Then another documentary, Why Are We Fat? Ooh, that's a really good one. So I sit up and watch these documentaries. All these things are there. And then they coincide with some of the books that I have.
Yeah, that's what I like, that they coincide basically on what you're looking at.
The information that you look up.
It's the same. So it lets you know that they're on the same page about what they're talking about when
Absolutely.
it comes to these issues.
And the other thing that's going on inside people's homes, we were just watching something with Dr. Phil about the COVID. Was COVID mishandled? You know, everybody being locked down in the whole 9 yards. So it was just something, you know, we had to get through and we had to come out of it. But in the process, they developed Uber Eats and DoorDash. There might be more now, but I only wrote down DoorDash and Uber Eats. You don't even have to leave your house now. You can call, they're going to bring it to you. That's like, what was the other thing? Chinese food. You order Chinese food, they bring it to your house. You can order anything
now
through Uber Eats and DoorDash. And then we sit back and wonder why are we so obese?
Obese nation.
So some of these things are self-explanatory. Yeah. The documentaries will definitely help you fill in those blanks. But they say that 14 million kids are obese, lack of food stores, that's being around food deserts. It's 1 in 5 children who are obese. Now our body mass index, BMI, it stands for how much body weight you have on your body. A man's waistline, this is how you can tell if you are obese. A man's waistline, you can tell so much about your waistline, should be 40. That's the circumference of a man's waistline. Run and go get that measuring tape and measure your waistline right now. But you're not going to be happy with this number I give you for women. A woman's waistline is supposed to be 35. That's your waistline. But you can tell so much about your health through your waistline.
You really can.
You really can. We were somewhere and there was the lady was telling us how you can measure your pants.
By your neck.
She said, you don't have to go in the dressing room, take the pants and put them around your neck. Your neck and your waist are the same size.
Believe it or not.
Can you believe
that?
Yeah. The next time you're out, or go in your closet, get a pair of pants.
How you do it? You take a pair of pants, button it, of course. You're not opening it up and put it in. No, keep it closed, zipped up. and take the pants and put on the back and bring the two ends together. It should meet. If it meets, you can fit those pair of pants.
Now you got
if
to
it
pull
doesn't
it.
meet, then it's not going to fit your waistline. All right. So
we were
it
somewhere
said,
shopping.
We got to try that.
We got to try that. And it was true. So you just learned here something today. But you got to watch your children.
I'm a 38, by the way.
You got to watch your children's BMI as well. Pay attention to what's going on with the children. And now that they have kids are being bullied in school, you got kids suffering from depression. It's just so much going on with our babies. You got to really pay attention to the children. Watch what they're eating, sit and talk to them, because so many children can be going through stress. This is National Stress Month. I didn't know that, but it is.
Yeah, it is.
But also pay attention to what they're eating in school. There was a question this morning about lunches. What can you pack your kids for lunches? You can make your own lunches. You can make your own wraps. They were showing the thing how they put the spinach in the blender. You blend it up, you mix the egg with it, and you blend it all together and lay it out on a cookie sheet, and you can make your own wrap. Who was that?
Pamela Thomas, she said, that's true.
What's that?
Did that? It works.
We told you. but you can learn so much.
The kid too.
She went and did it too. It blew us away when we found out. We just looked at each other like, oh my God, you learned something. Your neck every day.
Be your waist size. No, it works.
I said my waist is the size of my neck. It's definitely an eye-opener family. But school lunches, back in the day, that Michelle Obama was trying to get on the school lunch thing. You know, she got in contact with some chefs and went to certain schools, and they were trying to change the school lunches. So it's very important to monitor what the kids are eating at school as well. So you got to just look at everything all around. Now, what I want to share with you that I shared this morning, I'm not going to name any names, because I did name them this morning, but I'm not going to do it from prime time because they're going to block it anyway. So we're not going to be able to get that out. But these are weight loss drugs used for diabetes. It's all over the race now. They got commercials all over TV about them, but they're called GLP-1s. We're just going to leave it at that. There's quite a few of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And they say people get on these drugs to lose weight. They're for diabetes, but people get on these drugs just to lose weight. Now, they say you can lose up to 10 to 15% of your body weight. They're for blood sugar medicines for diabetes. And it also states they're about getting your insulin down so it can take care of your liver. But everything has a side effect. This is what I wanted to share with my family this afternoon. These GLP-1s, that's what we're going to call them. They call them click clicks, because you got to take it and jab it into your stomach or jab it into your thigh. So they call them click clicks. A lot of stars are doing this. It's a lot of stars. I could run off a whole list of names, but all of them are doing this. Right. So what they don't tell you is that they help you feel full longer and faster. That is so true. The average pound weight loss is 14 pounds. We got that this morning. Some, not all, are FDA approved. Something else to look into, family, before you start lining up for this stuff. The GLP-1s, they go after your neurotransmitters in your brain to tell your brain to stop eating. Shut it down. You've had enough. You're full. So that's how these things work. But here's some of the side effects to these particular items. The first one is nausea, vomiting, upset stomach, stomach pains, constipation, diarrhea, heartburn, acid reflux, belching and gas, dizziness, headaches, and fatigue. Those are just some side effects. Listen to the side effects when you hear the commercials on TV. Now, here's some more serious issues that they might not show on the commercials on TV. The most serious issue that they have is thyroid cancer.
Sorry about that.
It's too many of these things that's turning it can turn into thyroid cancer, carcinoma. Pancreatic, it messes with your pancreas. They say that the percentage of pancreatitis shot up 900% since these things hit the market. Gallbladder disease is up. Rapid heartbeat, severe allergies, that means you're hypersensitive to certain things. Low blood sugar, that's what they're supposed to do, lower your blood sugar. You can have vision problems with your eyes. Kidney disease is on the rise. Suicidal thoughts are on the rise. And then the most serious issue that they're having on these GLP-1s is bowel obstruction. That is up 422%. That means that bowel obstruction, just that.
Blockage.
So you got some blockage. If you're not going to the bathroom, like these other things over here says, constipation is one of the side effects. Now they were saying that this came from Dr. Mark Fuhrman. He also has a documentary that I watched, and he was saying why you shouldn't take those things. And he said that it paralyzes your stomach. Think about that just for a minute. You're taking something to lose weight, but it can paralyze your stomach. Paralyzation means it's coming to a complete stop. You have no movement or no function over that. So you got to pay attention to that. The other one is a 40% muscle loss. You lose muscle.
Is that more so in women, or is that throughout?
That's throughout. That's okay. Throughout. And then 65%, if you stop taking it, you can gain 65, you can gain that weight back. Now, they also state here, this was something else I pulled off. This came from Dr. Mark Dr. Mark Hyman. He said a person must stay on these drugs for life, or it is highly likely or he or she will put that weight back on. And that's a nice bonus for Big Pharma.
Right.
Think about that.
I was going to say, because we had talked about it yesterday too, the whole idea what I had got that I received based on when I heard that these are the things that they're using now to help losing weight, is that it's a tool if that you want to use, in my opinion, to get the weight off. But during the course of doing that, you're training your body to start eating right, exercising, doing the right things,
should be,
so that when that time comes, you don't have to deal with that anymore. You're now it became a habit of doing the right things versus what you were doing wrong before.
Right.
So now you've changed that mindset and you change the dynamics of what you're doing, and you're going on the right path now to sustain and maintain versus staying on something like that. That's my thinking.
That's what you think.
Right.
But I also stated this morning, I have a couple of quotes on my Facebook page down the line. They're not making cures, they're making customers. That's what the Big Pharma is doing. They're making customers. Do you want to be a customer? So the second one says, where are the long-term studies and the safety health of the body on long-term use of these items? Nobody's been on them long enough to do a study or what the damage is going to be. Do you want to be that guinea pig? Think about that. So there's no studies since no one has been taking them for a long term. And they say they are hard to come off of because you'll gain the weight back. So it can be a yo-yo thing. They said the side effects to achieving a weight loss with these drugs sometimes make it a dieter feel miserable enough to come off of them. That's because all of the side effects. And then what? You go back on it again. So we already know that yo-yo dieting can be harmful for your health. So you want to go a natural route, as natural as possible. Do what you have to do, move those bodies, and just do what we need to do. They said this is the biggest health problem in the world right now. And then they were also stating that our children are facing shorter lives than their parents. We said that a while back.
Yeah.
Our babies are not living as long as we are. Think about what they're putting in their bodies. They're not going to sustain being old enough to live in their 60s and 70s if they continue to do that. Because you're cutting everything off. You're cutting everything off. So it's something to think about, family. Something to think about. He talked about that bowel obstruction. He said it was a gastropeptis thing that goes on. 50% of people get that. But the bowel obstruction will require some surgery. So you don't know what all that's going in there. Do your research before you do anything, family. Before you do anything. 93% of Americans have a bad diet. They said $10 million are spent on junk food. Is anybody eating healthy? Now they're trying to approve, this was in the documentary too, they're trying to approve these weight loss drugs for diabetes for children as young as 6.
Yeah, that was just talked about on, what was it, on the news? Where did we hear that? We heard that recently. Hear that. Yeah.
But they're trying to approve them for children. Yeah. So think about that. You get these kids on this. I'm telling you, they want you on a drug from the cradle to the grave. So don't become a customer. Do what we have to do to keep ourselves healthy. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys about the click, because that's what they're calling it, click. But everybody is doing it. Now they say the way to lose weight is to clean the colon to get well.
That's the key.
That is the key. Clean your colon.
Nice clean colon.
Eat well, exercise, get your water, get your exercise, get your sleep. Very, very important.
And move your bowels.
They said obesity is storing your own waste
too long,
and it drops it in every part of your body. So just think about that. You got a little poop over there, a little poop over there. It's just nasty. It's just nasty. So they said the majority of processed food is a nail in your coffin. Processed food is a nail in your coffin. So think about every time you take that big old bite of that burger, that's another nail. Think about it. These foods are toxic.
Just remember.
A lot of these foods are toxic.
You are what you absorb.
Exactly. You want to eat a whole plant-based diet, your G-bombs that we talk about all the time.
Yeah, your greens, your beans, your onions, your mushrooms, your berries, and your seeds.
That comes from
Notice that was in harmony, right?
Dr. Joel Furman. Because we eat a lot of these.
Your greens, we do.
We just had our broccoli today. Sure beans, onions, mushrooms. Seeds, we eat seeds all the time, and then berries.
Seeds, nuts, berries, we keep all that.
We getting ready to drink some berry juice now.
Yes.
But they say get a large consumption of fiber. If you get the right amount of fiber, what fiber does is swells up in your body, so you're going to eat less anyway. So do you really need those drugs? You might just need some fiber in your diet. The other one is good protein. A good movie about protein is The Game Changers.
Yes.
If you have not seen that movie, go to Netflix and look up Game Changers. These are the strongest men in the world.
And they don't eat any kind of meat. None.
No meat at all.
Veggie diets.
Straight
clean
vegans. So how can they get that big without eating?
Think about meat. The silverback gorillas. They don't eat any meat. They eat veggies.
That's in the movie.
That's in the movie.
There you go.
And they show that, and how are they so lean and strong and in good condition because of what they eat.
Take you down.
Oh yeah,
try that.
10 times stronger than a man.
Then they say the fiber, protein, and then your good fats. You got to get some good fats. Your avocados, your olive oils, your fish, your omegas. Get those good fats up in there.
Hey, Miss Jeanette Hightower.
So what? Hey, Miss Jeanette. So what I wanted to share now, we really wanted to get into the symptoms of being obese. That's what I said. If you pass the mirror and you still you feel like somebody following you, and that's your own behind, you might have an issue with being a little obese. So you got to know where your fat is stored in your body. So check your BMI. If you work out, you got more muscle, you're going to have your BMI is going to be a little higher because muscle has weight to it.
Yes, it does.
So be mindful of that.
And as a woman, as you're getting older, you want to start lifting some kind of weight because you're going to start losing muscle.
Absolutely.
So you should be doing that anyway.
Absolutely.
And another thing too, she's talking about, the diet. Oh yeah, definitely for that. If the body is getting the nutrients that it needs, proper nutrition, it's not going to crave for anything else because it's satisfied with what you're giving it. The body was designed to put good things in the body.
Absolutely.
So feed it well, it'll do you well.
Absolutely. Feed it junk, you're going to feel that too. Yep. You definitely going to feel that too. The next one is increased sweating. If you're sitting around and you just sweating, you ever see heavy people and they can just walk a couple of steps and they breathing heavy and they sweating, you're a little overweight.
Yeah,
you need to check
you can fix that. Yeah.
The breathing issue. If you climb a flight of stairs and you got to stop, you got to catch your breath and have a sit down. You got to check all of that because the longer it goes, everything is just going to slow down. Yeah. Everything is just going to slow down.
A body not in motion, that's the problem.
Right. They say a body in motion stays in motion. That's a good one. Yeah. So here's some root causes of why people are obese. They saying that obesity is a disease now, but here's some root causes. They said definitely a poor diet, high in calories and simply carbohydrates. We know that diet is everything. Got to monitor what you're putting in your face. You really, really do. The next one is inactivity. You got to move. Like we just said, body in motion stays in motion. We got to move.
The body was designed to move. It wasn't designed to sit back and relax.
I'm gonna tell you, if you get down or hurt your leg or hurt yourself and you in the bed, you don't want nothing else but to get up out that bed and go somewhere and move. But if you move all the time, it'll be easy for you to get up and do what you need to do. I say I walk in the park. I did walking yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday. I tried to run my bridge because I haven't done it in a while. I made it that close to the end of the bridge. But I said, if I would have went a couple of more steps, y'all would have seen that camera doing all kinds of things with the girl going down. I can't breathe. And all of that would have been caught on tape.
Footage, huh?
I would have had footage of my own going down. So just, you got to push yourself. I mean, it's been a long winter. I can't wait to get back out there and get back into running.
And getting in condition. That's the key. That's the hardest part.
In shape. It is.
But once you start and go through that process, getting in condition, don't stop. Keep going, get over that hump, and you're going to start feeling the results of that.
Absolutely.
People stop when they say, oh boy, I worked that hard. Now I'm too sore. I'm not working out today. Nope, sore. Nope, not working out today either. Still too, nope, not working. I'm going to wait till the soreness goes and then start all over. You're really starting all over. That's the whole purpose of getting sore, getting conditioned. So now you can bypass that and keep moving forward. Absolutely. And start to develop.
I walked so much yesterday. I think I did 3 laps. I walked a blister on the bottom of my foot.
And that park is about 8 miles.
That's about 8 miles. Yeah. I did real good, didn't I, y'all?
I
got my steps in. I sure did got my steps in, but we just gotta keep moving, family.
So I did almost 16,000 steps today.
That's your accountability partner. Right, get you one of these little puppies.
That's right. It works.
So the next one, inactivity. We got to keep moving, period. The next one is hormone imbalance. Get those hormones checked. It says particularly your thyroid. Get your thyroid checked.
That's a thermostat right there.
Exactly. I talked about going to the dentist. If you got to go to the dentist and they have to do an x-ray, take that apron and pull it all the way up as high as you can get that bad boy up to cover your thyroid, because that radiation will go right into your thyroid and then you'll have some issues. Somebody told me that long time ago. You got to see me at the dentist. I had that thing all up so high, almost in my mouth when you can't get the x-ray. But take care,
somebody said, right?
Take care of your thyroid. Right. That's your hormone imbalance. The next one is toxins. Very important, ladies and gentlemen. When you go to the doctors, get your thyroids checked. Here you go, right here. Very, very important. Because our bodies carry so many toxins.
And you breathe and take in so many every day.
Everywhere. Here's some heavy metal toxins that you should get checked. Well, they're only going to check the main ones. They're going to check for lead. It's lead and mercury, I think. But you have aluminum, you have copper, you have arsenic, you have cadmium. What is this? Cesium. You have mercury, lead, and uranium. These are heavy metals. They can be found in your cookware and your toothpaste and your laundry detergent. These are just heavy metals that can come from everywhere. Absolutely. Yeah. So when you go to the doctor and you get blood work, ask them for a heavy metal toxicity test.
You want to know the levels.
Exactly. They can take it when they take your blood. You want to know what those levels are.
And your body is going to have those metals in it, but there's certain levels you don't want to have.
Exactly. You don't want them to be above average levels.
So you want to check it.
Because you could be having headaches and not know where they're coming from.
Yeah, it could be something just as simple as that.
Something just that simple that you can detox that out of your body. So get those toxins checked. The next one is a neurotransmitter imbalance. That's our brain family. Everything starts up top and works its way down. That's like these drugs, these GLP-1s. These are neurotransmitter for your brains to tell your body to stop eating. So we got to get enough of serotonin. You got to get your melatonin when you sleep. You got to get these in. Sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, that was in the report. It says, poor sleep leads to overweight. Poor sleep leads to weight gain. So if you're not getting a proper rest, you wonder why you can't get this weight off. Are you sleeping? Your body repairs itself while you're sleeping between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m.
Or you're snacking at that time of the night. I can't sleep. Let me go get me a snack.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't fall for that.
You're not supposed to go to sleep with nothing on your stomach, period. Just
8 o'clock,
cut all that out. Shut it down.
Nothing else.
But that's important too. You got to get your rest. The next one is mental, emotional, and spiritual issues. So many people are just out of balance. You got to get balanced across the board. You got to do what you have to get balance. We were just watching Dr. Phil with the kids right before COVID. They said they closed the school and the kids had to go home and separate. A lot of these kids committed suicide because they don't have their friends. They didn't have their friends. A lot of suicides during COVID.
Kids. We didn't know that was that high.
Just being isolated. That's what I always said, that the isolation did more damage than COVID did. So we got to pay attention to all of that. Mental, emotional, and spiritual issues. Find ways to combat what keeps you find your peace so you don't be in pieces. Put it that way. The next one is genetics. That can also be a root cause. Your mom was overweight. Your aunt was overweight. Your sisters is overweight. It's genetic. You think it's in your genes. You got to change that. You don't have to eat that macaroni and cheese because everybody eating it. You don't have to go for that fried chicken because everybody eating it. Just make better choices. That's all. So everybody in the family does not have to be the same size.
Exactly. And find yourself an accountability partner too. Don't go through this by yourself.
Yeah, that's very important.
Because if you're doing it by yourself, chances are you're going to fall off.
Absolutely.
But if you have accountability partner, hold each other accountable, it just makes it easier.
It does. And the last one is side effects from pharmaceutical medications. Do you know a lot of those medications can put weight on you? Got to know what you're taking, family. Do your little research. We just saying, do some research. When you go to the drugstore to pick up your medication, they'll give the little insert will come inside the thing.
Yeah, read it.
Read it.
I know it's a lot of reading, but go down to the side effects part just to see.
And just read it. You would be alarmed at what that medication can do to some. Because I know the high blood pressure medicine that I was on, it was blowing people's lips up. I mean, we already got big lips, but some people had lips that was way up there.
Yeah.
So that was a side effect to the medication. So you got to pay attention to all of that. You really do pay attention to everything. So now we're just going to talk about a good diet. If you want to sustain your weight, you got to really put good things in. You really do, for you and your children, because you're not in this alone. They were saying, what the report said, our children are not going to live as long as us. So that's something to really think about. I mean, where are we headed? Where's this all going to turn into? We got to do better. So your best diet, your best bet for a healthy diet and weight loss is to focus on eating foods that are fresh, whole, and nutritionally dense. You want foods that's live with seeds. You got to look for things with seeds.
It has seeds in it. That's important.
Because if you're not eating fruits with seeds, apples with seeds, y'all know bananas got seeds. Organic bananas have seeds. You got to get things that have seeds in it. If the
real fruit has seeds.
If the fruits are not producing, they're doing something to you. What was manufactured in that fruit? You got to pay attention.
Ask yourself, why does this fruit not have seeds? How did they make this fruit without growing it? Because you can't reproduce it. If it has no seeds, how did he produce that orange, that apple, that banana if it has no seeds in it? How did they make this? So you got to understand that. All fruit was meant to be duplicated. Absolutely. All right, every single fruit.
So it says, don't rely on someone else to cook your food. Start cooking for yourself. That's the problem. People not cooking anymore.
They stopped doing that.
They're stopping at all these fast food places, or they're getting Uber Eats and what's the other one? DoorDash. I'm busy. Yeah, we'll just get something when I get home. We'll do something when I get home. Chinese food delivery.
Whatever. Yeah.
Have you ever seen any Chinese people eat the other fast foods?
Probably not. I've never seen. What? Not saying that they do, but if they
not saying they don't.
If they're around it, I'm sure they may do every once in a while.
Dip and dab, or they only eat theirs, or bring theirs from home, or
because once they what was the group? What was the Asian group that came over here? The first thing they got exposed to was fast food. Remember, they said they loved the cheeseburger. Yeah. They loved it. That was on. And now they were hooked.
What was that?
Dancing with the Stars or something like that. One of them. Yeah.
But that's what they all want to do when they come to America. The first thing they want a cheeseburger. So it says, start cooking for yourself. You want to eat vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds. For your fiber, that's your nuts and seeds for your fiber. Get your fiber intake. That's your apples too. Apples are high in pectin, good for fiber. And they're good for your digestive enzymes, good for your digestive system. Your body has to be able to break these things down in your system. If it's not breaking down in your system, what's going on in there? What's going on in your body that it's not getting the nutrients that it's needed? You're going to start aching somewhere. Something's going to be hurting at some point because you didn't get the blood flow to your knees or your elbows. We don't have to age like that. We don't have to be as sick as we are. You take care of yourself, get your good fats, your oils, and your olive oil. To have. We're supposed to live to 120. We talked about it this morning. Pastor Vanessa even looked it up. It's in Genesis. Yes. We're supposed to live to 120. Yeah, but we're jacking it up.
Yeah, look at the blue zones where they are. They're living way past 105, 108 because of what they're eating. They're eating good. They're eating from the earth. They're eating clean. That's the difference.
So it also says the rest of the time you want to use light cooking. We talked about this morning. You want to broiling your food. You want to steam your food. You want to roast and you want to grill. Right now they have that, what's those little things? Air fryers. Yeah. All air fryers are not good either. Check your air fryers. I mean, it's the latest thing since microwaves went away. Everybody got an air fryer or a toaster oven. That's Emerald Lagasse. He got a nice toaster oven with double doors. You can put everything in there. I want it. Bless you, babe. But grill your things.
Right.
So that's how you're supposed to eat your food. Bless you, babe. Nothing fried. Not with all that grease and all that other stuff. You want to eat broil it, steam it, roast it, or grill it. Make sure you get enough protein every single day. Otherwise, you'll feel deprived and downright just hungry. That's why I said that fiber will keep you full longer. So that's why a lot of people are doing these drugs, because they keep you fuller longer. Fish is another excellent source of protein. Fish is also good for your omegas.
Right.
You got to get that in there. You got to have your beans, your nuts, your yogurt. You want to look for yogurt that is low in sugar content.
Greek is the best one out there,
sugar content, absolutely. So let's see what else we have. It says the average American, we covered that, consumes 152 pounds of sugar each year. Definitely want to pay attention to that. 1990, childhood obesity is likely to do a dramatic rise in childhood obesity as young as 8 years old. 100% increase. That was 1990. This is 2024. So we're at that 100% increase in childhood obesity. Kids are not running, they're not playing, they're not jumping, they're not doing nothing. That's the break.
Remember when we were kids, we couldn't wait to get outside, couldn't wait to play all these kind of games outside. I mean, they're not getting out like they should. And here's another thing too, they're cutting a lot of these programs as well.
Yeah, that too.
The after school programs that we had, they don't have anymore.
So it's a lot. We gotta make things to do for our kids. When I go walking, I never see anybody that looks like me on the trails. It's never
Every
any
once in
of
a
us
while.
out there. You might get one or two once in a blue moon, but you have all other ethnic groups out there on that trail.
Moving.
And they're talking to each other. They're not on the phone.
Nope.
So we got to get more of us moving. Get a group, start groups, walking groups. We talked to Brittany yesterday, our daughter. She's back in Atlanta. She's pregnant again. And she just ran up to a walking group. It's a maternity walking group.
It's a good group.
It's a good group. They got your doulas, you got your midwives.
They're all walking together.
And they're all walking together.
All the
and I think
ladies.
She said it's what?
Eight, it was like 8 of them or something.
Yeah,
like
but out of it's like 6
group.
that are pregnant. So she got a good little walking group.
And they do it every month.
Right, twice a month.
Twice a month.
So you got to find a good walking group. Get you a good accountability partner and just make do and get out there every single day.
Right.
I'll call around. If I can get somebody, I'll get somebody. If I don't, Victoria gone. My accountability partner is right there.
Yep.
Get my steps in. I'll holler at y'all later. But that's the other thing. We got to definitely keep moving.
Ms. Laverne Jackson says she walks 3 days a week too.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go, Ms. Laverne. That is it. The next one is water. We also got to take the edge off of your hunger. Usually people are, what's the matter?
Carolyn Bone said, I'm walking now and no one else is out here looks like me. Look at that. There's a perfect example.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And she's in South Kakalaki.
That's what I'm talking about. It's us, but we're running the gamut with the highest obesity, the highest diabetes, the highest of everything. That's us. We're going to be extinct if we don't take care of ourselves. So that's why we do this platform. Just share the platform. People got to know that there's other ways you can get it done. Just get it done. But we got to drink our water. A lot of people confuse thirst with hunger. Sometimes you're not hungry, you're just thirsty. Go get you a tall glass of water and go sit down somewhere, like my mama used to say. Go drink you some water and go sit down somewhere.
No, go walking.
But you don't always have to eat every time you're hungry.
Right.
Grab some what you call a handful of nuts. Nuts are protein, and that'll keep you full for a long time.
All the gut is an amazing brain.
It is. It's
because all you're doing is feeding that urge. So no matter, it may give you that urge you want to eat, and the first thing you think about is something bad. That's not how it works. The stomach says, all right, I need something. So throw something good in it versus something bad. There's a difference. The mind is craving for something that you're not supposed to have anyway. So put in what the body deserves to have, something good, natural, clean.
And you'll get satisfied. And
you get satisfied.
Absolutely. I'm telling you. You really would. And you will feel
a whole lot better
for it. And
knowing I did something good.
Once you go to bed, you'll be glad you didn't eat that.
You gotta look at it and say, you know what? Is this gonna hurt me or do good by me?
Exactly.
If you gotta ask yourself that question, it ain't good for you.
So we should be drinking a good clean glass of water every 2 waking hours. We're supposed to be drinking water. You want to eat more smaller meals throughout the day so you don't go into that starvation to satisfy that appetite, to balance out your blood sugar. Do not skip meals, particularly breakfast. They said that's the breakfast of champions. If you're not going to, you don't have to have bacon and eggs and sausage with cheese in it, grits with cheese in it. Make a smoothie. Put some fiber in that smoothie, and that's going to hold you till lunchtime. Your biggest meal of the day should be lunch, and then you eat something small at dinner. People be piling their plates up where the plate need a guardrail around it. Right, stuff falling all off their plate. Don't let it be a
barbecue or something.
A barbecue or a buffet. They just lose their mind. We don't have to do that. And then you wondering why your butt dragging in the sand and hitting the back of your knees. That's why. So that's what we have with that. Get your water take in there. Get out. Good for you, Miss Carolyn Baldwin. Get out and get that walking on. And walking, just get you a good pair of sneakers and some good socks. I didn't have on good socks. That's probably why I walked the blister on the bottom of my foot. But get you some good sneakers, some nice socks. Get you a visor, a hat of some kind to keep the sun off of you, because you don't want the sun burning you either. But just get out, get in nature. I like to walk in nature. Yes, Genevieve, I do hug trees.
Yes.
It's getting grounded, family. You're getting the electrons and the neurons from the earth. We're part of earth. So if you go outside, take your shoes off and put your feet in the grass. When I got home yesterday from walking, I had to go put my feet in the grass. But it's getting grounded, and Look up getting grounded. It can help you stay healthy too. It lowers pain, it lowers your stress level. Getting grounded is phenomenal. Now they have these mats that you could purchase. You could put them under your desk to put your feet on to get grounded. They got the other mats that go up under your computer. They got the little bands that go around your waist to get grounded. They even got bracelets to get grounded. I ordered one, so mine is coming. But it's just look up getting grounded and you will start to get grounded. So now we want to share with you, family. This was a great report, but we got to definitely get it out because we're losing too many people to things that can be prevented. Oh, let me go over this list of some things y'all can eat. People say, well, if I can't eat that, what can I eat? I can't have that. I can't have this. Here's some things you can eat. You can have brown rice, sweet potatoes, bananas, all your fruits, vegetables, nuts. These are some of your G-bombs. Bananas, kidney beans, navy beans, red lentils, pinto beans, white potatoes, black beans, red potatoes, oatmeal, grapes, kiwi, blueberries, apples, raspberry, cherries. Look up the benefits of cherries. Y'all be surprised about cherries too. I love cherries. Can't wait till cherry season. Kale, get your kale. I had kale this morning, kale, spinach, and bananas. Oranges, plums, squash, carrots, corn, onions, peaches, broccoli. This is a meal. You can mix these things together, mix and match and make meals. Cantaloupe, these are your snacks. Cantaloupe, strawberries. You have okra, you have collard greens, watermelon, cabbage. Bless you, babe.
Thank you, babe.
It's starting to rain here, so it's kicking up his allergies over here. We're going to kill him with some multi-plus in a minute. Cabbages, spinach, mushrooms, turnip greens, bell peppers, tomatoes, zucchini, green beans, celery, cucumbers, and water.
And water is that should have been number one.
I'm telling you, but you can make meals with these. You can do fruit salads, put the fruits together. You got all your greens, your cabbages, your spinach, your kale, all those things. That's a meal. So start incorporating. You got sweet potatoes, you got brown rice. Those are your meals. That's what you can eat. There's no meat in there. You don't need the meat. You don't. Get your good fats, your avocados, your nuts. You can do fish. Did I say fish? I didn't say fish, but I'm sure you can have fish.
You mentioned it earlier. We did.
Earlier. There you go. You can have some fish. So at this time, family, that's what you can eat. After walking, I like to do fruit. A big bottle of coconut water. I do coconut water and fruit. So now I want to share with you
products.
Yes.
All right. Going to do the disclaimer. These products that about to speak about have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and are designed to mitigate, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But all we do know is that, by our opinion, we have the best products on the market today.
Absolutely.
Take it away.
Wait, this is my report, y'all. See all this stuff here? This is my report.
If you notice, it's all written. She hand writes all this stuff because when you write it, it brings it to memory.
Then I put it in a sleeve like this, and I put it in a clear sleeve, and I got a whole notebook full of these things.
She's always adding to it.
Absolutely.
See,
so the products that we have here at Artist that may help with weight loss.
Right.
We used to have this program called Transform 90.
We still got it.
Yeah, we still have it. Yeah. But what you're getting ready to pull up is not Transform 90. This is a weight loss combo that they put together. And what's not in that combo is our shake, because our shake is back. But we're going to start off, the flyer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the flyer itself, it's all over WhatsApp, family. So you can go right to WhatsApp for the weight loss combo. In the combo, you have your Ultra Body Cleanse. This is what you definitely want to start with. Right. It's springtime now. It's time to spring clean. Let's get all that gunk out of your pipes. Get all that stuff out. It's a pill you take in the morning. It's a tea you drink at night. You want to do a good 10 days. Get a really, really good flush.
Right.
And if your stool starts to get a little loose or a little watery, just cut back on a tablet. But drink your tea. Drink your tea before you go, right after dinner. Drink your tea after dinner. About 8:30, 9 o'clock, you can have your tea. There it is.
I know, I'm gonna bring it up. You can get this to see.
Okay. That's your Ultra Body Cleanse. Then we have weight loss coffee. We have another weight loss coffee. This is my absolute favorite. Yes, we have a coffee for weight loss. weight loss coffee. So you can drink coffee and lose weight. It has Ganoderma, has green tea. Look up Ganoderma. It has so many benefits for Ganoderma. It's a reishi mushroom, been around for years. I mean, it's so healthy for so many different issues. So that's the weight loss coffee and the Ultra Body Cleanse. Exactly. Then we have our Lviv Slim. This is starting to be one of my other favorites. Okay. The Lviv Slim, been around for years. Little sleeves. I mean, it's so healthy. Throw that in a bottle of water. Then we have our Lviv Slim. This is starting to be one of my other favorites. There are 21 packages in little, and it's delicious. You have the benefits of the. Then we have our Lviv Slim. This is starting to be guarana in there. Or the 21 packages are fantastic, and it's delicious. It promotes weight loss. Then we have our Lviv formation fatty acids in there. Increases your endurance. Fantastic, and it's reduces your cholesterol. Enhances mental alertness and memory function. Does it a little bit of that cholesterol? They increase enhances desire and alertness because it has maca in it. So that's a good one for weight loss. Then we have our green 29. We talked about toxins in your body. Our green 29 can detox toxins out of your body. It has the kelp and spirulina. So that's a good one. It has all these things in here. 29 out of your body to help detox your body. So this is really, really good. All these things in here, 29 different. Then we have our omega-3, 6 to 9. This is your fish oil. We were just talking about that good fat. Then we have our omega-3. So that's your omega-3, 6 and 9. We all need a good fish oil. Then we have in that weight loss combo, you also get a body magic. Here at Artists, we're big on reshaping. So we have a garment called the Body Magic. It shifts here at Artists. It's a reshaping garment. I'm just telling you. Awesome product for women. Then you get one Body Magic, and if you're a man, you get 2 abdomen t-shirts, 2 white abdomen. Then you get one Body Magic, and that gives you back that high school football figure that you always. So that gets in that weight loss combo. You get the one weight loss coffee, one omega-3, 6 and 9, one Lviv Slim, one green 21, one weight loss body cleanse, one body magic, and 2 abdomen t-shirts. Now also we said the NutriShake your NutriShake is also body one weight loss body one as replacement. You can drink a shake in the morning, you can drink a shake at night for dinner. Have your nice size lunch, but get your shake in the morning and get your shake at night. So that's your meal replacement. So you're giving your body in this at night for dinner. In this combo, everything that your body needs, and it's a good price. So get in contact with a distributor near you, giving your body somebody you know in ours that can help you get that combo for that particular price. So that's all we have for today. Is there something near you wanted to add, Mr. Flanagan? Somebody you know in ours that can help you get that combo. Right. So again, the products I just talked about have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or mitigate any disease, but all we know, the products work. They work for me. They work for him.
Absolutely.
Working for some of our other distributors. Right now, we have our red Lviv.
And mine has multi-plus in it.
I know. Ting. He needs that. I should have put some crayon out with mine. But that's our drink for the night, family.
All right.
Go get you something to drink.
Boy, that's some good stuff.
I'm telling you. Genevieve, Jennifer, Judith, Laverne, Linda, Kids, Sabrina,
Clark,
Veronica,
and Candida Mosley, the boss lady.
And Pamela. Who else we got over
Reggie
there?
Flanagan on tonight. We got Jeanette. Oh, that's me. Jeanette Hightower.
So silly. Go get y'all
hey,
something
Miss
to
Jeanette,
drink.
miss you. Come on now.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. How's those girls? Give me a call. But that's it, family. That is obesity. Share this information out. The life you save could be your own.
That's right.
Save a child, save an uncle.
Thank you, boss lady.
Thank you very, very much. I'm just telling you, the life you save, it can be yours.
You too.
And we got to do better, family. We truly, truly have to do better. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. We're getting there.
Right? Inch by inch, everything's a sense, right?
Absolutely.
Great report, Mama. Great report.
I thank you, sir. Absolute pleasure. Always sitting next to you, my king.
Beautiful.
I can't read any of that.
It says blessings, great information. Thank you, Ms. Judith.
Thank you. Now share it out. Put it on your Facebook page. Let's get this information out. It's not about me. It's about you. They're going to call you to get some products.
That's right.
So let's put it out there. Our children need to see this. And those movies, Fed Up, Why Are We Fat? Why you shouldn't take Muriel?
Yep.
Why you shouldn't take certain GPL1s.
Ms. Lakeisha?
Some of these documentaries will blow your mind. The Game Changer, we talked about that, protein. Go see What the Health, another excellent documentary. Once you get Netflix, all of those documentaries will pop up. Get some good stuff, family. I mean, some really, really good stuff out there. So that's it. Beautiful. That is it. That's all I have. We want to thank you again, family.
And we always want to thank our co-hosts, you guys that connect and help us each month, each week. This is amazing. You know, you really make this worth it. You are appreciated. So thank you very much. God bless you guys. And remember, we love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. God bless you guys.
How about that?
Have a great rest of your evening. You good?
We're good, baby.
All righty.
All right, babe.